Again, Jim Hazard, again, BlockScience Labs and CommonAccord, part of the how to convert a Word document into a prose object. So if you'll remember, we decided that we would use from the TechContracts Academy, we're going to use their form of SaaS agreement with the more complex one that allows also sub-customers, that is customers of customers. What I've done here is to create a new repo. So this is in my account at GitHub, but it can obviously be in anybody's. I created a new repo acknowledging where this thing comes from. And what I did was to create what I call was folder where we'll put background stuff. And notably, that's the original Word document from the from TechContracts. So if I go, I now want to convert this into a prose object, and among the most important things that I need to do is to number each item in a consistent way so that we can then reconstruct them as objects. So here is the form of document like this, and you'll see there's a little introductory part, and then we have the document itself. We also note that so what I could do here would simply be to scrape this whole thing and paste it into a text editor, for instance, VS Code. But I'm going to do something, I'm going to take advantage of some of the Word features before I do that, because they've done a good job here of using the automatic numbering system of Word. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to customize it because in order to be able to label every component in the thing. And at the top level, I'm just going to be pointing as if to the titles of it. So TI is my way of saying title. At the second level, I'm going to, you'll notice that they've got it nested, so they point to the first level and then they have the second level. I'm going to point to the section. In some cases, I'll have to add in something for the title, but there it is. At the third level, they haven't done that, so we'll then add in level 1 and we'll add in level 2 here. We'll fix the punctuation like this and like that, and we'll get rid of this other punctuation, and we'll change this into just Arabic numerals because we simply want a consistent way of handling all these things. You'll see that that we'll regain the alphabetic numbering of this as we put it together as objects. And we don't really want indents, so we'll get rid of indents. And you can have them, but this just makes it a little bit easier. We also want it like that. 4 has got the same thing, so you want to add in 1 and 2 and 3 like that, and you want to change it to 1 and then go fix the punctuation. So that would be sec equals. The equals sign is how we indicate the difference between the label of something and its content, that is the key name versus the value. And again, we want to get rid of, we can probably do this a little quicker that way. And here we also want to get rid of that, that, like that. So, good. Now if we fold like that, we still somehow have a tab after this. We'll see if we can easily get rid of the tab after so that was at level 2. Align text position, I guess maybe that's where I didn't get that one. Okay. Oh, we still have a tab after this. I'm not sure how to get rid of that. I would have thought that would have been done this way. But in any event, it's easy to do a search and replace to get rid of that. So that's at the second level, start at, font, include, level, legal, indent at, restart. Here we go. So you have to do the drop down here, follow number with a nothing. Okay, let's just make sure that everybody else, yeah, same thing, nothing, for, nothing, one, nothing. Okay, one already had nothing. Okay, so we do that. Good. Okay, so this is going to turn out to be super easy to scrape. So we could save this so that people can see how much of the work we did simply using Word. So we can save this as Word, and we're going to save as, and we'll save as, I'll add something at the end of this, start conversion of outline. Okay. Then we can save that, and we could move that up to GitHub. I won't show you that because you can figure that part out. We then can scrape this thing like this, and I'll try just sticking it into, gotta get all of it. So we can scrape miscellaneous. So we can scrape. You'll note that they've also got the cross-references. Oops, looks like I got, so we can then go see if we can just create a new form here. So back we go to here, and then we'll add a file, create a new file, and we'll name our file. This is we're going to do it in the form, and we're going to treat this as our first attempt here. So why don't I do something like, well, I'll do 001 MD. That's what we'll call this thing. And there we have all this content here, like this. And you'll note that we haven't got the beginning of the text. We're going to need this. And the notion is that, so this would be 0, like that, these terms. So I'm going to need a number. Please read these terms. We're going to call that 1. So 2 sec. Each party has acknowledged that it has read this agreement. We're going to call that 00, which is to say we're back at the margin and it's the last thing. So here we have TI definitions. We're going to need to do stuff like this. 1, 0, because this is the intro to it. 1, 0, and then each one of these is 1, 1, 1, like that. 1, 1 up to 10. And then in order to get that into our document, we're going to add in a reference to a widget that, and this is, we want OL, and this we don't have any numbering because that's a convention on using defined terms. And then we've got 11 sections here. Okay, that would get this content in here, and while I'm at it, I'll get the introductory part into the document. So in that we've got 2, as well as none. Yeah, that also shouldn't be numbered. And you notice we don't have to specifically reference the 00 or the 0 in it, because the object that we're referencing here understands that there may or may not be an introductory or what you might call an extraductory, that is a an ultimate clause in the section. And we could then essentially have a mini document, again, GZG, meaning we think it's hosted on GitHub, Z meaning it's kind of last, it's a widget out of the way, OL, and we wanted these things numbered, and we've only got one thing so far. We can imagine that we'll eventually get to 2, and in fact this thing has something like 8 sections. But this would be a thing that would render, so we can then save. So we are creating first objectification of the text. Okay, and we'll commit that directly to the main branch. That then means that we've got this thing, which presents like this, and is the beginning of us doing the full conversion. I'll stop here and do the rest of this basic conversion and treat that as a next video. Thank you.